Shalom, shalom. We're out here again. This is the brother Heathen with the brother
Zakar.
That's right. And we're out here pushing this word again. And we want to go into these heathenistic gods, because you got a lot of people that are speaking against the scriptures. And when you look at their philosophies and their gods, it's ridiculous on a whole nother level. Okay, so we want to go into that. And also we'll speak about, a few scriptures that the Most High shows you how ridiculous the customs of these gods really are, man. Okay, so I want to start with Jeremiah, the 10th chapter and the first verse. Oh, right. The water. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachak, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Let's start this the right way. Let's get Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, Baba Kusha.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right, the signs of heaven, speaking about the sun, the moon, the stars. The heathen had gods for these things. Yeah. Okay? And those things are nothing but celestial bodies that were created from the Most High. Right. Okay? But the heathen actually worship them. Go ahead.
Verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
This is that ancient custom that now they call Christmas. Okay? That's an ancient Babylonian holiday, okay, which was revering a god, an ancient god. All these things that you do now is reverencing different gods. All right, Halloween, Thanksgiving. There's a spirit behind these different holidays and these different things that you do in the society. That's why when we come out of the world, we come into the right way. All right, we leave off from the ways of the world, because the ways of the world is all tied back to ancient gods, which is really just a broad way which ties to Satan. Okay, go ahead.
And it reads, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good.
That's right. All right. So ultimately, you're worshiping things that really have no power. Okay. A tree that can't even move unless you move it. You're worshiping that. Jake will make a sculpture. Remember that scripture says they'll go on a vessel and they'll worship something that's even more decrepit than the vessel that they're riding on. You remember that scripture? That's what Jake was doing, and that's what Jake is doing now. We're worshiping things that are not that don't have any power, like Kemet. Okay, Kemet. There's no power in the ancient Kemetic gods, in Amun-Ra and Osiris and these things. There's no power in that. Those are just made up, ridiculous stories, man. And you have the nerve to speak, you have the audacity to speak against the biblical text, which makes perfect sense. Which, if you follow the ways of the Most High, the ways that the Heavenly Father said, then the world would be in a much better place. Scientifically, it shows you that, man. Don't you know scientifically that if you were to keep the land Sabbath, that the earth would yield a better fruit, much bigger fruit, much more nutritious fruit? Don't you know the Native Americans did that? But now look at under the philosophies of Esau, you just overuse the earth, and now look at it. Look at it. An apple's this big. With no nutrient, barely no nutrients. You gotta eat 10 apples to get the nutrients that you used to get 50 years ago. Go ahead.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and 8. But that which is made with hands is cursed, as well as he that made it. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called God.
Right. Well, hold on. And a lot of you niggas in Kemet, including Polite, you worship money. Yeah. He was bowing down to money. And that's made by hands. And that's not even backed by gold or silver. So it's really not even money. To show you what kind of low level you guys are on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 9, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it.
That's it. Go ahead.
Verse 12, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life.
It was the corruption of life. That's the reason why we went into slavery in the first place. You don't even know, according to your text, it doesn't even tell you why we went into slavery. It doesn't tell you how we get out of this situation. It doesn't tell you what you're supposed to do to live a better, more productive life, and how to build a community under the devil. But you keep talking about opening banks. Yeah. Well, why don't you just be about it? You keep talking about opening banks. Why don't you just be the first one?
Call on your God.
Yeah. Huh?
Call on your God.
Yeah, right. Your God should be able to help you do these things.
Verse 27, for the worshipping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
Yep.
For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves.
Yeah, yeah. And money is a god. Don't get that twisted, man. All right. That's why it says the love of money is the root of all evil. Mm-hmm. Okay, because they love money, and they'll do anything for money. Okay. That's why you got Jakes like Stephen A. Smith. He'll do anything for money. He'll sell his brothers. He'll sell his mother. He'll do anything for that check. And he said that. Just like these dudes who are pushing a philosophy to you, and at the end of their speech, they're telling you to buy their book. But they're not helping you get out of the situation that you're in. They're not showing you what our people need to do to get out of this situation, man. This low-level, feeble situation. Go ahead.
Real quick, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Right. You cannot serve the Most High and Mammon.
That's it. Okay. You have something else?
That's it.
Okay, Con. So what we want to do is we want to go into some of these the mindsets and the philosophies of these ancient ways and these ancient gods and goddesses, man. Because these are the ways, whether you know it or not, what you believe in is tied to a god, is tied to some type of entity. Okay, even evolution. Even evolution, that's tied to a god. That goes back, that's ancient thought process, man. Okay? That was an ancient bugged out philosophy, man. You see? And those dudes, they were into Satanism. So that they believed in a God, but their God was on the left-hand side. Our God is on the right-hand side. You see? Go ahead. Yep. You have something else before we read that? Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 95, and verse 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
Yep.
For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens.
Right, and what proves that? His prophecies, man.
That's right.
That proves it. That proves that this book is real. Everything that we're saying is coming to pass.
That's right.
So that's all we need. We don't need anything else. The things that he's saying is coming to pass. The things that your book is saying, which your book doesn't even have prophecies. But any prophecy it does have is not coming to pass. So-called prophecy. All right? You got gods in Kemet that supposedly they jacked off and created the universe. The other Yashwamala speaks about it, created the universe. What is that? What if we scrutinize that? What if we scrutinize that philosophy? What do you have to say? Oh, well, I don't believe in that. But you believe in Kemet. How can you believe in Kemet and not believe in their gods, which is part of their culture? So you're not a real Kemite then. You see? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 12 and 25. For I am the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, said the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
Right. You know, and you get Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter and the 2nd verse. It tells you these things will come to pass. The Lord, the Heavenly Father, is making a bold statement in the scriptures saying, what I'm telling you here is going to happen. All right? Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. It's like Habakkuk 2 and 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
And that's what we're reading. We're reading the visions. Right. We're reading the visions. And it's very plain to us.
That's right.
But to y'all, it's madness. But to you, this is madness. But the dinosaurs were destroyed by a meteorite. All the dinosaurs and all the living creatures.
Right.
Except for the alligators, of course.
Right.
That's not crazy. Right? You believe in evolution. You don't believe in God, but you believe in evolution. Where a chicken, right? You eat chicken tenders, you eat chicken burgers. But that used to be a ferocious raptor. Huh? That grew feathers and it became a chicken. A chicken, man. They could have at least said a lizard or something that made it more believable. But a raptor turned it with teeth, sharp teeth, turned into a chicken. It was doing all that shit. After a while, it stopped going hard. And come on, man. You guys should be locked. Really, you should be locked in a sanitarium, man. Salakia, man. If you got something else?
Verse 3.
Go ahead.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Yeah, God, go. Yeah, read that.
So going into,
now we got to make fun of you God, because Ezekiel made fun of your gods, man. Ezekiel made fun of your philosophies, man. Elijah made fun, but all the prophets,
all
really.
the prophets, yeah,
they weren't with what you guys were doing. All right, go ahead.
So this is going into some of the role of the female deities and queens in ancient Kemet. All right, so it reads, in the earliest known religion of humankind, that of ancient Kemet, the role of the female was equally as significant as that of the male.
Yeah, we are that woman worship. Keep going.
It says, unlike in the Judeo-Christian myth of Adam and Eve, the female principle was a redeeming and positive factor.
Mm-hmm. Because the scriptures tell you what Eve did. She went off. Because the woman is the weaker vessel. Go ahead.
It says, all male deities have female counterparts of equal importance. In his insightful book on African philosophy, Ancient Egypt and Black Africa, Theophile Obenga, in 1992, writes that the equality between men and women in Egyptian antiquity was an integral part of the divine order.
See, they said that was a part of their divine order, is that the woman is equal to the man. Which nature itself shows you that is not the case. That's not true. All right? And most ancient civilizations, 95% of them or more, knew that was not the case, man. Okay? That was, even now, when you ask a woman what type of man she wants, ask if she wants, if she might say she wants an equal, but do those relationships last? No. And if they do last, it's madness. Arguments, disrespect. Because women are there's supposed to be a balance on the earth. There's a higher and a lesser. Okay? We're gonna go into that. You got a scripture on that?
Yeah, real quick.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Peter chapter 3 and 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together as the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
Get the order.
Yeah, come. This is the book of 1 Corinthians.
And they're the weaker vessel. That's clear. That's clear to see. Emotionally, they're weaker. They need to vent their problems, and they're emotional. Okay? Physically, we're clearly stronger. All right? Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, and the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the head of the woman is the man. Okay? It's point blank period. The scriptures is very clear, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason.
It says, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh Shai Mashiach is Yahweh.
Right. Get the traits on masculine and feminine.
Come.
Okay? Because masculine has a certain trait, has traits, and feminine has certain traits. Naturally, man. Not manipulate, not say, oh, the society made us. No, it's not a society. It's naturally. If you let them do what they want to do, you know, if you just put them out in the wilderness, these are going to be the traits that a man have, and this is going to be the traits that a woman have. Okay? On average, this is what it's supposed to be. Okay? Esau's put all kind of estrogen in the food and manipulated hormones with the plastic and all kind of different things. So nowadays, it's, you know, people are all a bit off. But you go back to the ancient world, this is what it was.
So
read the feminine first.
Right. Okay. So some of the feminine traits is sensitivity.
When you're sensitive, what does that mean? That means you're weak. Okay, you're weak to the touch. If I touch it, it's tender. That's sensitivity, man. They say they want a man with sensitivity. They have a song that says they want a man with sensitivity. They really don't want a man with sensitivity. Because if you're sensitive, you know subconsciously what they're gonna think. They're gonna think you're a pussy. Because a man is not supposed to be sensitive, man. A man's supposed to be a rock. That's why the Lord said, "Gird up thy loins like a man." He told Job stop complaining, and Job was going through pure hell. Go ahead.
It says so sensitivity, warmth, apprehension, tension,
Right.
self-reliance,
Warmth, apprehension, tension, self-reliance.
liveliness, abstractedness.
Okay.
So you go into the
Okay.
you go into abstracted, abstract.
Uh-huh.
It says existing in thought or as an idea, but not having a physical or concrete existence.
Uh-huh.
So
I'm not. Yeah, Salake. Go ahead. Salake.
right. So like theoretical, like not having something concrete.
They're not able to execute.
Right.
They have ideas, but they're not able to execute the ideas. Okay? Because they don't have the confidence to execute those ideas. But when it says self-reliance, I'm not sure what they mean by that. If they're saying that they're independent, that's incorrect. All right? That's incorrect. If that's what self-reliance means, let's look it up. All right? Because they're supposed to be dependents. They leave from their father's house and they go to the man's house. And the man is supposed to be what? What do they look at the man as? It's supposed to be a provider and a protector. That means you're relying on that man for protection and provision. What does it say?
Yeah, reliance on one's own powers and resources rather than of others.
That's nonsense. That's off, bro. I don't know who made that one, but this one is off. Okay, let's read the male traits and see if they're on point with this.
It says your dominance.
Dominance.
Right.
That's the first one. It says dominance. What did the Lord say to Adam? What did the Lord say to the woman when she went off? Let's read it. Okay? Listen, logic and nature aligns with the scriptures. It doesn't align with Kemet. It doesn't align with the philosophies of Kemet or any of these other Elamite or Moabite gods. Right?
Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over you.
And he shall rule over you. That's called dominance, man. They like dominant males. I don't care what they tell you, okay, because they watch all this TV and they're impressionable like children. At the end of the day, they want a dominant man who knows how to take the lead. They always say that. I don't want to have to make the dates. You make the date. You know, you just take control. Take the lead. What does that mean? That means dominate me. All right? What do you want to eat? They don't like those type of dudes. Those are indecisive, feminine, submissive dudes, man. That's the modern dude. Because you know why? And you know why they're like that? Because they're listening to what these women say. Go ahead.
More traits, more men traits. It says emotional stability.
That's strength. That's strength. And the ones that have, and men naturally have a more emotional stability. We don't, that's common sense. All right? Matter of fact, the men of the Lord have the most, are going to have the most stability, and they have the most emotional stability in these times. Let's get, you know what I'm looking at. All right?
This is, the book of Isaiah.
33 and 6.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our time, man. That's why men are still, because they have more wisdom. It's the scriptures say that he deprived her of wisdom. Mm-hmm. All right? And has not imparted unto her understanding. This is what ties in to the natural way and common sense, the scriptures, the ways of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua. Your Kemet, your Egyptian philosophies and your Moabite philosophies, Buddha, that doesn't tie into reality. They might have certain points in some of these philosophies that make sense, but overall it's complete madness. And we just dealt with one point. We just dealt with one point of where they're going off. They're saying that man and woman are equal. That's off. Nature shows you that that's off. Okay? Go ahead.
Another one. This is Isaiah 32 and 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a cover from the tempest.
Yep.
As rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Right. And it also says that men in that day shall be as women. You can get that, Baba Kusha. Okay? They shall be as, what does that mean? What does that mean? We just read one of the traits of a man is emotional stability. Okay? So when it says that they're going to be as women, it means that what? They're not going to be stable. They're going to be emotionally unstable, screaming, running, scared out of their wits. Those are not masculine traits. Okay?
This is Jeremiah 51 and 30. The mighty men of Babylon have foregone to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken.
Right. Their might has failed, which means they became weakened. They were weakened. They were feeble. All right? So they became as women. Okay? So let's go back to the traits.
Come. Back to the traits. Manly traits. It says rule consciousness. Mm-hmm. Vigilance.
Yep, vigilant, being vigilant. All right, which this is all the things you need for leadership.
Right.
Okay? You got to be vigilant. They're not vigilant. They're all up in there. You will see them walking, they're looking in their phone. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social boldness, perfectionism.
Openness to change. Where the hell did they get that from?
Skip
that nonsense. But see, they went off on this. Just making up things, man. Yeah. Social boldness. Yeah, being bold.
Perfectionism.
What was the other one? The one before perfectionism? Privateness.
Well, no, it's privateness here. Perfectionism.
No, it's privateness.
Privateness, yeah.
Privateness. Okay.
And perfectionism.
Mm-hmm. Which a man knows how to keep his mouth shut. Let's look at some other one. This one looks better. God directed. Yeah. This one looks like it might be better.
They're not really saying the truth about the woman, bro.
Independent. Yeah. No. Yeah. Why not? What do you see?
Relationship directed.
Directed. No, they are relationship directed, in a sense. What is it? Multitask?
This is
Patience? No, I mean,
multitask,
forget.
patience,
Yeah, they be going off, man. They be going off on certain points, man. They be going off on certain. We didn't really take too much time to look for these ones, but you know, we know through the scriptures how to filter out the truth from the lies. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go to the ancient quotes. Let's go to the ancient. When you look at ancient quotes of men and philosophers, I'm talking about Plato, Aristotle. Mostly Aristotle, you know, and these other philosophers that were on high levels, they said things that were true about women. But now when you look at the modern day, they're not going to say that because they'll get canceled, you know, like Dave Chappelle, all right? Which is supposedly he's uncancelable.
Going into some of the proverbs about women, quotes about women, it says, let's read a few. It says, a good woman beset by evil woman is like the chaste mimosa surrounded by poisonous herbs.
Right, which means that they're impressionable, okay?
It says, when a woman thinks by herself, she thinks of evil.
Yep. When she thinks by herself, she thinks of evil. That's because she needs the guidance of a man. And the ancient people, they knew this in the ancient world. These are philosopher quotes. There was one comedian that said, I trust one thing in a woman, that that when she dies, she will not arise from the dead. Everything else I do not trust. And the scriptures say, keep thy mouth from her that lieth. Get that? It ties into the scriptures, man. It ties into what the Bible says, because the Bible is the truth. The thing is, what you guys, you have taken on to the philosophies of the Edomites, right? Which the Edomites used a lot of these bugged out gods and philosophies and tied it into their own thing. Now you got America. Go ahead.
This is Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Right. Keep the doors of thy mouth. I mean, you don't be talking all your business, because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna use that against you later on. Yeah. They don't have integrity. They're gonna use that against you, and that always happens. And dudes always get oh man, and they get this stupid face on them because they don't have any understanding not to do that. And there's another scripture that says, teach not thy wife an evil lesson. Oh, you're about to get that? That's the spirit. You know? It tells you, man. And the things that these people are quoting in the ancient world, these ancient men that were way 1,000 times more manly than you men of today, this was the truth. This was common knowledge, and it was the truth. We can go through all the quotes, and they all say similar things. I could pick a random quote right now. They're all saying a similar thing. You know?
It says, this is
hold on. This one is a great one. It said, men are women's playthings, and the women are the devils. We say that all the time, that the devil, Satan, works through women. Why? Because they're the weaker vessel. Did not the serpent deceive Eve? Which was not an actual serpent, but a man with serpent-like tendencies, all right, characteristics. He deceived Eve because she was the weaker vessels. The things that these ancient people are quoting ties into the Bible. What you dudes in Kemet and think, oh, they're equal, and oh, don't you know a woman could reproduce by herself? They used to teach that philosophy, which is, where is it? Show me where it's at. Where's there's a woman that got pregnant and didn't sleep with a man? And don't tell me Mary, because Mary had sex with Joseph. But that's another topic. Okay?
Go ahead. This is Sirach 9:1. Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself.
All right. This is wisdom. All right? Yeah. You're supposed to be telling no deep secrets that could get you, that could mess you. Watch the movies. The movies tell you that. Art imitates life.
That's right.
Every time a dude tells a woman a secret, you know that it's going to come with that. Okay, now he's screwed.
Backfire.
Yeah, now you know somewhere in the climax, she's going to tell somebody.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah.
Look at V for Vendetta. That movie, V for Vendetta. He brought the woman there, made her eggs in the morning, and treated her all nice, saved her multiple times. And what happened? when it was time for him to go reap vengeance, and she was there to do it, she went and told the pastor he was going to go kill the whole secret. And I wasn't surprised. I was like, well, that's what you get for putting your trust.
Verse 2, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance.
Right. So it's telling you common knowledge. And it's not to say, it's not, we're not, listen, you sisters that listen to this, all right? You know, you just need to be obedient to your husband. That's it. That's all you got to do, be obedient to your husband, all right? And that's it, okay? And you're doing the right thing. Just like man, you know, guess what? Guess what? It says that the heart is deceitful above all things. That's why we don't lean on our own understanding. We lean on the understanding of who? Yahushua, man. Because he's our head. It's simple. It's not common. We don't get emotional. Yo, why can I think for myself? Yo. You know? That ain't right, yo. So, you got something else? Yeah. Okay, we get on that, then we're going to move to the next topic. Go ahead.
Real quick, this is 2 Timothy. So like in 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, but nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence.
Right, that's not equality, man. Yeah. All right? That's not equality. Okay? We don't, the Bible doesn't teach equality. We feel that the man is over the woman. Point blank, period. Yahushua is over the man. And Yahweh is over Yahushua. That's it. We don't mince words. Okay? You supposedly the woman's God, but polite has multiple women. Huh? How are you in a polygamous relationship with God?
It's confusion, bro.
That's confusion. Clearly, you got to be the superior one if you got multiple of them. Yeah. They got to be replaceable then. Confusion. All right. It says,
for Adam was first formed, then Eve.
Right.
And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Right. So you guys get an F. All right. You get an F on that point. Let's go into the Amen Ra. Okay. Let's go into Amen Ra. We're gonna see what the main god of you Egyptians was all about. Let's see how much sense this madness makes. Okay? Because you love to talk about the Bible this, the Bible that. Well, the Bible prophecies are coming to pass.
That's right.
Not only that, but the history in the Bible is accurate. Very accurate. The elites of the society, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, they believe in the Bible. They know the Bible is true. Their thing is they're trying to upset the prophecies. Mm-hmm. That's their thing. It's you average low-level peons that don't believe in the Bible, man. Don't you know in these with their witches and their different lodges, they have the names of Yahweh written on it? The elder from England brought that out one time, and he showed that they had the names of Yahweh. Why? Because doesn't the scripture say that the accuser of our brethren that accuse them before the Lord day and night? No, you don't have to get it out, but I'm just saying it says that.
Yeah.
So it ties into the Bible. Man, you guys are a joke, man.
Scripture that says, you believe in the Most High, you do well. The devils believe in the Most High.
Right, and do tremble. Right.
Yeah, go ahead. This is James 2:19. Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble.
That's right. That is right. That's correct. Okay.
So going into this Amen Ra,
there's one particular part I want. That part that we were speaking about.
Self-created.
You're right.
Okay, let me give a quick introduction.
Oh, you got something for it? Go ahead.
It says here, he is the ultimate God of entire ancient Egypt. Many of the Egyptians consider him as the God of kings and king of gods. He is the oldest and the most worshipped ruler of ancient Egypt.
He's the most worshipped ruler of the ancient Egypt. What?
All right, so going into this guy, it says Amen Ra retained chief importance in the Egyptian pantheon. All right, throughout the New Kingdom, it says Amen Ra in this period the 16th to 11th century BC, held a position of transcendental, self-created.
Hold on now. Wait, hold on. Hold your brakes. Hold on. He was self-created. How does that make sense? How are you not there, but you created yourself? You didn't have hands, but you created yourself. And don't bring up the Most High, because it says the Most High is the Ancient of Days, man. He doesn't have a beginning or an end. Okay? He was before time itself. Okay? So, what is that about? That don't make no sense. But this is your top. Is this your king?
Yeah, this is your king.
Yeah. You guys are a joke, man. Go ahead. There's a little bit more on that.
Yeah. It says self-created, creator deity par excellence.
Deity.
Creator deity
Yeah.
par excellence.
Right.
He was the champion of the poor or troubled and central to personal piety.
Hold on. Wait. If he's a champion of the poor, why are you niggas still in the projects? Huh? Why don't you pray to Amun Ra to get you out of the projects if he's the champion for the poor? Huh? Niggas, come on, man.
It says, right, and central to personal pity, with Osiris Amun-Ra the most widely recorded of the Egyptian gods.
Right. That's it on that. That's it. We don't need to get no more. Oh, yeah, we got some other things we want to get into too. What's some other thing about? But before we get that, let's get Isaiah 30. All right, verse 1. All right, you guys want to worship Egypt so much, and little do you know that in Egypt you were in slavery.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
Yep, they go down into Egypt for help, man. You're still, this is spirit. First of all, Babylon is spiritual Egypt. So you're still going to Egypt for help. You're still looking, let me go get the juice so I can keep my job. Huh? You guys don't have an opinion on that because you don't know anything. That's why you don't have an opinion on it. All you know is debate. You can debate till you're blue in the face, but you don't have any answers. Go ahead.
It says, verse 2, thou walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth.
Right.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Right. They trust in the shadow of Egypt. They don't trust in the shadow of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which is the only thing that makes sense, especially in these times, man. It's clear to see that the Bible is the truth. It's clear to see what the apostles been saying 30 plus years ago, or since 2007, is coming to pass. It's very clear. If you couldn't see it before, you should see it now. But the reason why you guys can't see it, I'm going to tell you why, is because the Most High hath blinded you. You see? You don't even know that. Come. Isaiah 6 and 9.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6 and verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see it indeed, but perceive not.
You see these things happening, you hear what we're saying, but you still can't perceive the truth. You're still stuck on a Kemet, which has done nothing for you. Ever. You're still stuck on Buddha, whatever else you Jake's Muslim. You know? You're Muslim. Malcolm X was Muslim too. And he got full of bullet holes, man. And furthermore, hold on. Allah's not even helping his people. He's not even helping the Arabs. They're out there getting blown to smithereens, and he's not helping them. Go ahead.
It says, verse 10, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their heart, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
That's right. The Most High didn't want to heal you. That's why you don't get it. No matter how good, how nice the brothers could be breaking it down beautifully, and like the brothers and the elders in Dallas breaking it down perfectly, being cordial with you, it's still not going to be enough for a nigga. You know? That's how we know that you are the people of this book, because even when Yahweh Shai came, they had something to say. When John the Baptist came, they had something to say. You cannot please these niggas. Get me Romans 3:3, Baba Kusha.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? The Most High forbid. Yea, let Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai be true, and every man a liar.
Let Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai be true, and every man a liar, man. You see? That's why we don't lean on our own understanding. We lean on this, on what the scriptures say. Right. And that's within us. Okay? So we don't care if you don't believe. That's okay. You don't have to, but it's still coming to pass. You can argue. That's why we're not. Why do you think we're not stressed about arguing with you guys? Because we know it's the truth. You guys are stressed about arguing with us. You want to debate us? You want to come let me debate. I remember this guy was on the comment board years ago telling me, yo, come debate me. I'm in Montreal, come debate me. I'm like, bro, I don't got time to debate you, man. He's like, oh, you scared? I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. I'm trying to help you. We trying to help your stupid self, and you're talking about debate. Go ahead.
Real quick,
Come.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 28. Even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
That's it. They did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge. They wanted to deal with Ra and Ra. They wanted to deal with Kemet. Okay? And that has never helped you. Nor will it ever help you. All right? First of all, Egypt went down. Egypt is no more. Egypt is not even those are not even the real Egyptians in there no more.
Real quick, it says, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate.
That's right, debate, man. And that's evil, man, to have that spirit of wanting to debate. You know why people debate? It's really just an entertainment thing. It's just an entertainment. It's like a show, a TV show, like a sitcom. Yo, did you hear what Polite said about the Nephilim? Yo, did you hear what he said about this and that? And they don't even remember all the things they say because it's just word vomit.
Yeah. See what Yahushua said. It says, this is the book of St. John, chapter 8 and verse 43. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because they cannot hear my word.
That's it, man. Get an Exodus dealing with they don't put no other God, you know. Because you guys think it's a light thing that you guys are coming up against us. But you're not really coming up against us. You're coming up against the power of heaven and earth. Little do you know. You know? You see men. Because you know why you see men? Because you're not spiritual. That's why you see men. When Yahushua came, they seen a man. But the ones like Peter, for example, he didn't see a man. He saw the Son of the Most High. That's spiritual, man. We can't teach you that. I'm sorry, you're trying to get us to make you believe. We can't teach you that. We can't teach you faith. We can't teach you a spiritual understanding. Only Yahweh by Shem Yahushua can teach you that. You know? Go ahead.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
This is St. John 9 and 41. Yahushua said unto them, if you were blind, you should have no sin. But now ye say, we see, therefore your sin remaineth.
That's right. That's right. You see, we're here. We're telling you. We've been telling you. You scoffed. You made a joke about it. So now when the famine comes, which is right around the corner about it, I don't know if you clowns know that, but there's about to be a great famine. Okay? where a lot of you Kemet people, you're going to have a statue of Amun-Ra and you're going to cook it. And you're going to eat this shit. All right? If you got a statue of Amun-Ra, you're going to eat it. Okay? That might have to be your faith, because there's going to be no food in the stores. There's going to be no food in the city. All right? And after you done eating everything you could possibly digest, then you're going to go to eating people. This is the prophecies that's in the Bible, man. The elites coming in with their troops, that's in the Bible. They're getting ready to do that now. The mark of the beast they're about to push on the whole earth, that's in the Bible. What the hell does your book have to say, man? Huh? What does your book got to say about it, man? We need answers, man. There shall be a crying for wine in the street. We got the wine. But soon that wine ain't going to be here. Soon we're not going to be on YouTube and not going to be on outside. And you're just going to have to figure it out. You're going to be searching through the books of Kemet. God, yo. Then you're going to eat the book, man. Because there's nothing left for you niggas, man.
You done in English?
Huh? Come on. And after that, let's get let's get those stupid gods of the nations.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. Right, even you Kemet people that are on the board, you're going to be looking for GMS. You're going to be looking, where the Israelite brothers at? Israelite brothers are not going to be around. And the ones that might be around, that you might find, they're going to be false prophets. Okay? And they're going to be looking for us. How about that? And it reads, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
And they're not going to find it, man. Okay? They're not going to find it. Because even now, they're not believing what we're telling them now. Right? Because what they're looking for the Most High to come down and tell them, a wicked generation seeketh after a sign. But none shall be given except for the sign of the prophet Jonah. Which, in other words, you're just going to get judged, man. You got something else?
Yeah, Exodus.
Right. That's what I wanted. Yep.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
Right. You're right. You're not supposed to make any gods of anything that's in the earth beneath or in the above. All right. Okay, which means the sun, the moon, the stars. And Amun-Ra, by the way, is a sun god. Okay, that's a sun god. So they're going off. Then you got Allah. That goes back to a moon god. Right? But we're crazy. Let me get pull up that the thing on the stupid gods of the nations. And yeah, we're making fun of your gods. Okay? On the internet.
Yeah, kind of. Should let's hear.
Oh, it died?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is from 10 weird and funny gods and goddesses. All right. It says some deities are stranger than others.
Just jump to Loki. Let's jump to the deity. We're just gonna read the foolishness of these flipping gods.
So this is Loki from Scandinavia. Loki is a malevolent Nordic god that can transform into people and animals to enact his pernicious schemes.
Right. So he could this particular God could transform into animals and people. All right. Listen closely.
Loki's weirdest moment occurred when he made a bet with a giant that had been employed to build a protective wall for the gods. The giant.
Why do the gods need walls? I just wondered that. So, yeah, go ahead, man.
The giant was offered the goddess Freya as a reward if he could complete the wall in time. However, the giant used a stallion who hauled the bricks much faster than Loki expected. Faced with losing the bet and being killed by his fellow gods for giving up Freya, Loki transformed himself into a mar and wooed the giant stallion.
Yeah, so he seduced the horse. Okay? Loki is a god that wanted to create, made himself into an animal and seduced another animal, supposedly, right, that was supposed to be building the giant's wall. Okay, and what else happened?
It says here, the ensuing act of love led to Loki giving birth to an 8-legged spider horse.
So Loki got raped and he got pregnant. This is the gods of the nations, man. That's one of them Edomite gods. All right? From Scandinavia. You know? But that who knows if that went back to Jake, because you Jakes are into all kind of madness, man. Go back to the next one. We don't need to see no more Loki. Loki's through.
This is China Master, Northern India, Nepal.
Okay, so the Elamite gods. What?
This Hindu and Buddhist goddess of self-sacrifice and sexual restraint cut off her own head and enjoys parading around with it while 3 spurts of blood flow from her open neck.
Wow. So she walks around she cuts off her own head and walks around with the blood dripping. But the God of the Bible is just a crazy thought. Go ahead.
It says, as if it couldn't get any weirder, her severed head and 2 of her attendants drank the spurting blood.
You know, these are the things that these other nations are into, man. Go ahead.
It says, China Master literally means she whose head is severed, and there are several myths regarding how this decapitation occurred. Going to the next one. Pan, Greece. Pan has the hind legs and horns of a goat and is one of the oldest Greek deities.
Which the elites worship this god. Pan was one of the demons that was seen in the smoke of 9/11. You seen Pan with the flute. I believe he has a flute and the horns. He has the horns with the flute. Does it show? But anyways, Pan has the horns and the flute, and the elites worship this god. The elites worship ancient gods, man. So all you people that are worshiping these different gods, the elites are worshiping those same gods. Hey, shalom to the brothers Zabak. Shalom, shalom, ak. Shalom. All right. What do you put there? This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. It says, see now that even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So the Most High is the one that controls everything, man. He wounds, he heals, he brings evil, he brings light. All right? But anyways, keep going on that.
It says, he is the God of shepherds, flocks, hunters, forests, and pastoral music. However, he is also a fertility symbol with a ravenous sexual appetite. Indeed, one legend claims that Pan was born out of union between Odysseus' lonely wife and her 108 suitors.
My goodness gracious.
Accordingly, Pan would attempt to copulate with anything that moved, including goddesses, nymphs, women, men, and even animals.
So he was a sexual pervert. All right? This particular god was just raping everything. Anything that walked by, he would just rape it. And this is part of the gods of the nations. This is why the Most High says that the gods of the nations are idols, man. You see? But there's demonic spirits behind these gods, man. One of the biggest demonic spirits is Jesus Christ. All right? Jesus Christos. That's the biggest demon is behind that one. Okay? That's one of the big, man. That's a heavy demon, bro.
Heavy.
You see? Go ahead.
It says the next one.
This will be the last one. Go ahead.
Inanna Ishtar.
Oh, Inanna. I think that's where we got the Ilnana, the foxy brown shit. You know, I believe they were conjuring up that demon.
Yeah, I think what's her name? Rihanna.
Which she had one too. Oh, nah, I was thinking of that too. Oh, Nana, right? But that foxy brown shit had said Inanna, Ilnana. You know.
Okay.
Probably, I think she was conjuring up that demon, because that's what these elites are into. The gods of the world. You know, these other nations. We're the only ones pushing the true power, man.
That's right.
Everything that you guys believe in is complete nonsense. Malachi Z. York, which was, first of all, he got convicted for raping children. Yo, you guys are low level, man. Go ahead.
This is going into Inanna Ishtar. Inanna is the ancient Sumerian goddess of sex, war, and fertility, and she is known for capricious and prolific sexual desires and unions. She later became known as Ishtar and is associated with lions.
Ishtar. Oh, that goes into does that go into Easter? That goes into Easter, man. Easter, man. That's what you niggas worship today. You got your kids doing the egg hunts.
Right.
You know? You're hunting the egg. Well, that goes back to Ishtar, man. And she was into sexual. She was a slut. Okay. So you worship a god that's actually a slut, a whore. And a lot of you people were at Egyptology. You basically, I believe all of you probably do that, man. Every single one of you. Why wouldn't you? You know, you Halloween, Christmas, you celebrate all that shit. And that's all going back to other gods of other nations. Oh, well, I don't bow down and worship it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Spiritually, you are bowing down and worshiping that God. Okay? Got something else?
Just real quick on Ishtar. It says, associated with the planet Venus, Ishtar was reckoned the child of the moon god Sin. Her brother was the sun god Shamash, Sumerian Utu, and she had as her consort the sky god Anu, although she was sometimes reckoned the paramour of Tammuz.
It says Tammuz?
Yeah, Tammuz, Sumerian duties.
Yeah. See, it's all tied. Everything in this society is tied to gods, man. Right? Which the Christmas tree, that's tied to Semiramis and Tammuz. All right? It's all tied to an ancient god, and when you read their philosophies and you read what they're all about, it's all complete evil and sick perversion, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, it is often assumed that the Queen of Heaven refers to Ishtar from Jeremiah 7 and 18 and Jeremiah 44 and 17. It says,
which we can get that. Why not get it? Come on.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 18. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger.
Right, drink offerings, which Issachar does that a lot. And them Latin tribes, they have an altar, and they might have Cesare Borgia and the different so-called saints, and they're all Edomites. And they'll pour wine, and they'll leave it there till they think he drank it, but it's just evaporating because it was there so long. And the bread, it rots. So that's them giving up those different they're giving reverence to these different gods, man. That's why it says Ephraim
is joined.
You know? The scriptures is the truth, man.
That's right.
That's why we're able to go into all these things and tie it into today. You guys are not able to do that, man. You know? You see? It's the brother Machaya, Shalom Ak. Shalom Ak. That's right, man. Says they have ears, but they hear not. Neither is there any breath in their mouths. You know? they that make them are like unto them, so is everyone that trusteth in them, man. They're dead. They're in a dead state, man. They're through, okay? They're in a dead state. They're finished. You know? Go ahead.
This is Hosea 4:17. Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone.
Yeah, Ephraim is joined to idols. That's why they have all those idols and they pour the wine and they there's one particular thing they do, I believe, with the Buharia, where they crawl from one place to miles away or however far it is to go to this particular place to worship idols. And they crawl there on their knees. Imagine, you're walking on the street, you see a bunch of these people crawling, they're nuts. But because we say that according to the scriptures, the marriageable ages of a woman is when she's able to bear children after her cycle. Oh, you're sick. Well, hold on. That's how it's always been. Even in America, it was like that. Going back to the 1900s, the 1800s, it was always like that. That was normal. Look at the color purple. That was normal. That's normal. That's what it always was. When did it say, oh, no, she has to be 18? No, she's fully developed when she's 18, yo. But what? That's not biblical. That's just made up. All right? That's made up. That's something Esau made up. Okay? Back in the ancient world, that's late for a woman to get married. Even in the East, if you go to Arab country, that's late. All right? They didn't marry, they weren't dealing with 25-year-old, they were married this 28-year-old woman, 25-year-old. No, that's an old woman. You're in the prime of your reproduction fertility when she's younger. That's just normal. You can look at that in any ancient movie, it'll tell you the same thing. But because you grew up in the West, because you grew up in America, you can't see that. Oh no, I don't believe that. You know why? Because you're emotional. That's all. You're just emotional. All right? And we're not telling brothers to go and do that because that's against the laws of the land. It doesn't make sense to go, it's not common sense. All right? But if this was the ancient world, or when we get into a righteous kingdom, that's what it's going to be. A woman ain't just going to be idle for 5 years doing what? In her father's house. What's she going to be doing for 5 years in her father's house when she's of marriageable age? Go ahead.
Real quick. This is Isaiah 46:8. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things of old. For I am Yahweh and there is none else. I am Yahweh and there is none like me.
And that's the thing of old, man. When you look up the record of Joseph and Mary, Mary was young. And Joseph was old. Okay? They were older. All right? All of them. Abraham. They were all older than their wives, man. Because that was the natural custom. As a matter of fact, when they spoke about King David, they said he went to go get him an Issachar, right? Which they said was a young virgin. You see? What was she, a 25-year-old virgin? No, man, she was a young woman, man. According to the ancient customs. And they didn't have the mindset of these children today. You see, in this society, you're a kid till you're 30. Yeah. You're a child till you're 30. These dudes still got the same mentality as a kid, even in their grown men. But in the ancient world, a young man was looking to build legacy at 12 years old. He was ready. You know? He knew how to till the land. He knew how to hunt. You see?
Real quick, this is Job 8:8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
That's right. Search your fathers, man. You know? That's the thing. We can go back into the ancient world. We'll fit in. We'll fit into a degree because we got the mentality. But these niggas, they put them there, they'll just kill you, man. Because what's wrong with this nigga, man? Go ahead.
All right, so going back to them worshiping idols.
Yeah.
It says Jeremiah 7 and 19. Do they provoke me to anger, said the Lord? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces?
Right. You're doing yourself a disservice, man.
And they also quoted Jeremiah 44 and 17. And it reads, Jeremiah 44 and 17. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers and our kings and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals, and were well and saw no evil.
Right. This is madness, man. Complete madness. And Jake was always into worshiping these idols, and that's why the Most High had to put a foot up our ass, man. All right? And put us in slavery. We can see why, because you Jakes are stupid. The Most High delivers you, and you see the miracles, and then you still want to go back to Egypt, and you still want to worship a cow. Huh? What's wrong with you? And I was just I was laughing too, because I'm thinking about the God, what is it? Was it Pan? That dude is that dude's a rapist. Yeah, you know? And you people are, some of you people are actually worshiping this guy indirectly or directly. But then those same people say, "Oh, rape is wrong." You know, they worship Ishtar, but she's a whore. And you'll say you want your daughter to be a whore. Why don't you want your daughter to be a whore? Well, don't you celebrate Easter? That's part of your culture. Okay, well, we can read a couple more about it. It was getting good still. Yeah, read a couple more still.
So this is Isis from Egypt.
Uh-oh.
This Egyptian goddess of nature, motherhood, and magic married her brother, Osiris.
Whoa. You guys are mad at what we say when it comes to marriage and things like that. But the Egyptians were into incest. Huh? Go ahead.
It says, who was lord of the underworld. Osiris warred with their other brother, Set, leading to Osiris being killed and 14 pieces of his body being scattered across Egypt. The grief-stricken Isis scoured the country to retrieve the pieces, but there was one piece she couldn't find. Apparently, Osiris' reproductive organs had been swallowed by a fish.
What the fuck is that's madness, man. This is crazy. This is ridiculous, man. All right? She couldn't find it. She found everything, but somehow the fish just happened to eat his genitals. Because these Egyptians are freaks, man. These Kemites and these Hamites were always freaks. That's why it says the most odious works, man, of the Canaanite, because they did odious works. Which that word odious, well, let's look up the word odious. We don't have to get, let's look up the word odious, man. And this is what you Egyptians are into. All right? I hope it doesn't make you lose the...
No.
Okay. You know?
Odious. Extremely unpleasant. Repulsive.
Repulsive. That's what it is. It's repulsive.
Repellent, repugnant, disgusting, vile, foul. That's
it. We don't need no more than that. That's the acts. That's what your culture produces. That's what the culture you're following after produces. Repulsive, filthy, disgusting things, man. As we're reading, why did the fish eat his foot? Why do you have to eat his genitals? Because you guys are flipping deviants, man. Okay, these other nations were deviants, especially the Hamites, man, and the Canaanites and the Edomites. That's a deviant people, and those are the ones that you're following after, man. But you're getting mad at us. You're looking at us funny. Incest. There's one I believe cummed in his mouth. Oh, kind of, it's things that you don't even want to think about, but it's just so. But this is the stuff that they're into, man. So let's read one more, Mac. I don't think you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of seeing these hear about these false gods.
There's more on this Osiris guy. It
says,
Isis used her magic to rebuild Osiris' body. In place of his genitals, she used a golden phallus.
What's wrong with these people, man? I believe, and Dilgos go back to Egypt, man.
Those towers.
Yeah, right. The towers, the obelisks, those are all phallic symbols, man. Because they were obsessed with genitals, man, and sex. Just like you Americans are, just like Jake today, Babylonians and you Canadians and you Londoners, you're all obsessed with sex. Pornography every day and whatever. They got people addicted to porn because it's an over hyper sexualized society. You know, spiritual Egypt. Go ahead.
It says there's one more about Haiti.
Oh, Haiti?
Yeah.
No. We're not gonna deal with that guy because we already know that's the god of the underworld. Okay. Dionysus. What's the last one? We might go into Dionysus, but what's the last one? Abrahamic god Israel. Okay. Let's read what they have. They have the about the script. Let's read what they have.
It says the Abrahamic God of Israel. Despite the many weird stories that appear in the Bible, the Christian Abrahamic God is widely worshipped. Yeah,
but they're eating each other's genitals and doing incest. Let's see what's up.
It says in one story, God is busy destroying the city of Sodom with fire and brimstone. He instructs his Jewish followers to flee the carnage, but specifically tells them to not cast their eyes upon his shameful annihilation of the heretics. Unfortunately, the wife of Lot is unable to resist this temptation. To resist this temptation, she turns to witness the destruction and is transformed into a pillar of salt. God knows why, literally. Another...
What? Are these people stupid? What the hell are they even talking about? The Jewish people to flee. There was only Lot and his wife and his two daughters. See, they don't even read. These people have a problem with reading comprehension. You see? So when they read the scriptures, they can't get it. To them, it sounds like folly because they don't know how to. They can't understand the scriptures. All that happened there was that Lot was commanded to leave, right? Because the Lord was going to destroy it because those people were freaks, homosexuals, and into incest. Some of the stuff their gods are into. They're into those things. Right. All right. So the Lord said, "I'm going to destroy this place because they've been doing this way too long." But I'm going to save out the righteous person that I find in there. And he found Lot. And he saved the righteous person with his household. And he commanded him, go forward and do not look back at the destruction. Yeah. A simple commandment. But guess what? The woman being so being so equal, right? Yeah. And so smart, she looked back, disobeying the commandments of the Most High, and he turned her ass to a pillar of salt. That was just an act of disobedience. What do you mean you don't know why he did it? It says why he did it. You people, let me explain something. You people are retarded. Okay? Retarded. All those stories we just read, a rapist, he was just raping dogs, raping rabbits, raping everything that he's seen. Yeah. Then we got another person who is looking for someone's penis that was eaten by some fish. Okay? So she had to make a golden one. Right? We have all those crazy, outlandish stories. But then because the Lord made a commandment for them to leave and not look back because the place was wicked, and he gave them a strict commandment just to leave and don't look back, and the dumb idiot looks back and he judges her. Yo, bro, that was crazy. We don't care whether you guys believe anymore, man. The reason you don't believe is because the Most High has blinded you because you are not fit. You're not worthy of repentance. All right? That's why John said what? Bring fruits, therefore, that are meet for repentance. You are not meet for the repentance. So to hell with you. They're not going to get it because it's not because what we're saying is crazy. It's really just because the Most High made them retarded. Hey man, that's all man. I'm done with these. You got something else, brother? I don't want to read these things no more, man. These things are just folly.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 22. And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord?
Right. It said obedience is better than sacrifice, man. Okay? Read that again, actually, Akil. Read that again.
It says, this is 1 Samuel 15 and 22. And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord?
That's all that one had to do was obey the words of the Lord. But she looked back. That's why she got turned to a pillar. It's very simple. The Most High is not, he doesn't make things complicated. Even with the prophet that didn't listen, and he told him go this way and do this thing, and then he didn't. He went and followed another prophet when the Lord gave him strict commandments. Then he had a lion eat him. Well, did he obey or did he disobey? He disobeyed. That's what happened with Saul. He told Saul, listen, kill this, kill that, kill this. And he left Amalek, the king, alive. He left the sheep alive. Oh, I was going to sacrifice it to you. Is that what I asked you to do? Yeah. Is that what the Lord asked him to do? No. That's why he's no longer king. And that's why King David came in his stead. Huh?
A man after my own heart.
A man after his own heart. All right? It's not hard, man. And what we're doing right now with these funny looking bed sheets that you say, all right? And pushing the word out there and preaching on the highways and the byways, we're being obedient because we don't want the judgment of these disobedient individuals. That's all. That's all it is, man. We just don't want to be part of that judgment of these disobedient people and you disobedient people. Okay? Go ahead, man.
It says, behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
That's it, man. And man, and we're gonna close it on that. All right. You got one more?
I got some, yeah.
You got some fire? Go ahead, brother.
What's going on? It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as the iniquity and idolatry.
Golly. Yo. It says rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So basically, she was a witch. All right? When you disobey the Lord, you're really a witch. That's really equivalent to you being a witch. And it says, I suffer not a witch to live. That's why you get put to death. It's very, when you put the scriptures together and you know how to build a puzzle, this beautiful puzzle from on high, it's such a it's a poetic, it's a song, you know, it's a song, yeah. It's beautiful. But we piped unto you, and you have not danced. What?
This is Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 3. Verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, I am the Lord your power. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Yep. Put it in. And then what were some of the acts that they were doing? Dildo. Well, dildo. But putting alligator dung in their vagina as contraceptive, as abortion. That's some of the acts of the Egyptians, the Kemets that you think is so great. Go ahead.
Right, so Leviticus 18 and 3 gives us the commandments, basically because of what not to do, because that's what they were doing. You know?
Incest, they're doing a lot of incest too in Egypt. So,
going back to Isaiah 30 and verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion, man. You guys, man, especially now. You're about to be you're about to be in great derision trusting in this man. All right. So if you got one more, go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, and verse 10. For they shall eat and not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord. Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart.
That's it. That new wine is that new philosophies. All the philosophies we're reading about, those are new philosophies, man. We've searched out the old paths and we found out that the scriptures contains the old path. Go ahead.
My people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth unto them. For the spirit of whoredoms hath caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their God.
That's right. They've gone a whoring from under their God. All right. And then now, this is what we have. We have a whole bunch of madness in our communities, man. So with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love, respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out, truth and sincerity. Hopefully that was edifying. Shalom. Yeah, it was a good one through the spirit.